So first we draw a circle like this, and this one would represent roughly just the head, where the head is going to be. And then right below it we'll draw a second circle that's slightly larger. You can make yours, it doesn't matter how many large, if you make your circle like a little bit smaller or a little bit more larger, that's fine. There's no hard rule. There's no wrong. You cannot do no wrong, basically. Well, you can do no wrong, basically. And lastly, we do a third circle right here. This represents where the tail is. And you'll see how this comes into play. And I'm going to make this now very light. And this is all we need, really, to make this drawing look good. And, well, to make the drawing look correct, right? Because we don't, let's hope we can make this drawing look good. Alright, let me now based on these circles, I'm going to start make the lines heavier. What am I saying? Lighter, heavier. And I know the mouth is going to come out from roughly around here, and then roughly around here, and then on top of the head, I know it's a seahorse, and this part you can freehand, and because there's no you can make a mistake and it still look good. There's no need to make any guidelines. Just make a kind of drawing like this. You can kind of finish the head roughly around here. Apologies for any mistake that I make. Oh, and here if you want to, even though I'm not sure if seahorse do have ears, I think they do, but let's just add some ear anyway. So that's a ear, and here you have that fin, right? You have the fin. So we're following the structure and the size of the initial structure circle, which I made lighter, so it's light gray. And you can add an eye, you can add it around here. You can make it a little bit bigger or smaller, and it's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to add eyes with a light spot right there. That's because I feel like it. If you want to, you can add the eyelid with some eyelash, even though it makes no sense. Why would they have eyelash? But hey, we can do whatever we want as artists. And you can add the the mouth and the nose, maybe a little smile. That also doesn't make any sense. As far as I know, seahorse doesn't have a nose and mouth like that, but we're making a cartoon version. So now we're going to come to using the second circle. So we're going to come to its neck, comes down, and now we're going to follow the second circle like so. Right? Okay. And we're going to use mostly the left side, because the right side we're not going to need it as much. For the left side, I want you to draw another line like so, and then make a few lines like this. Pretty straightforward, maybe slightly curved upward to give that feeling that it's a round shape. It's a round shape, and on the right side, like I mentioned, just going down, and when you reach roughly, this point, add the fin. Again, you can make this part, you can make the fin a little bit larger or smaller, and it will still look good. And you can make this seahorse like a little bit skinnier or a little bit wider, and it will still be fine. That's why I said it doesn't really matter too much regarding the right side. And then continue the right side. And look, now we have our head and body of the seahorse. And it's based on just that two circles. And now the third circle, which how am I going to use, is kind of like this. Like a tail, the kind of curl scene. See? Like snail tail. That's how I use the third circle. And then you can obviously use that when you draw snails too, and so on. This just shows you how easily you can use structure to make sure your drawings are looking good, proportionally speaking, and you can now add details. You should always do the large picture first and then add details in later. So now I'm adding a bunch of little details, maybe some lines there. I'm connecting the lines, right? It's a fin, maybe comes down here. I don't know. Up to you. And you can then add colors if you want to. And I'm gonna do that. So, but I don't want to do it too crazy. So I'll leave it. What color is seahorse anyway? Maybe I'll make the make the body part like yellowish. Oh, maybe a little bit more brighter. Yeah, there we go. Yellowish. I don't think that's the best color, but hey, it's as artists we can have fun with the drawing. It's a cartoon seahorse, so it's up to our interpretation, right? And then I think I'll add different color to those three little thingies, whatever you call them, patterns in the middle. On the fin. Alright, and then I want to maybe have something like a little bit pinkish color for the stomach. Or should I say reddish color? That's not really pink. I'll add more saturation. If you want to add more saturation, go for it. And I'm doing this pretty fast, so there'll be probably a lot of mistakes, and when you do it, feel free to take your time to make sure everything is as perfect as you can. And then for the thing, I'll just decide I want to use a crazy color like blue or purple. I'll use blue to contrast with the yellow. Right? Provides a nice little contrast. This is like a fantasy seahorse. Doesn't exist in real life. And when you color in, you probably don't have, unless you're doing this on a digital pad on the computer like I have, you just do with a charcoal pen. A regular pencil, and it works just as well. And done. We have our seahorse, drawn with 3 circles and some. And see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Usually I like to add some lines as shadows, but since that doesn't make any sense, since it's a seahorse and I'm assuming it's floating in water, right? I'll add some bubbles. So I'll use light blue. I'll make some bubbles. Simply, just draw like a circle and then draw some small circle on it, and that gives the idea that it's like a bubble. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this really short and quick tutorial, and let me know if you want me to make more of these videos with voice commentary.